Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is October the 28th, Monday morning, and I am starting my walk. Still getting used to my little device, trying to figure out the best way to center it so that I can record easily. So we have 7 days before election, and all up and down my timeline is stories in regards to the um, the election campaign trail. So it's not a lot of news, but there is some locally and national news. So there is some things that we can talk about. So it's a kind of chilly day. I do have on just a hoodie because the last time when I wore a jacket and a hoodie, I was a little hot. So I do have layers on, but I think it's like in the 40s this morning. So let's get into the news, guys. One of the local articles that we can talk about is so a couple of days ago, I told you guys that the Baltimore City was calling for removal of a top official in the juvenile system. So the secretary, they were calling for his removal. They have since sent 2 letters to the governor to have him relieved of his duties. Basically, they want him out because of the danger to the facilities, the juvenile facilities, the controversy with the teens that have the ankle monitors, and a lot of other things. He hired in his, one of the persons that he hired in his cabinet has a sketchy background. So they want him removed. And this comes on the heels of the governor requesting a report of how the juvenile system reports to the school system about juveniles who have charges such as attempted murder, that transfer from one county to another because of a teen that was transferred over to Howard County schools, and there was a crime committed by the student who was in the system who had been transferred a couple of times. So the governor is calling for a report to see how that information is relayed to the schools when juveniles that are in the system are transferred. So that's a story I am going to follow. And I'll give you more information on that. But that is one of the stories that I'll be following, because I feel like that's very important for the safety of our kids in the schools when they're transferring these kids, you know, when they have such sketchy backgrounds. One of the other things in the news is retired basketball player Dwayne Wade from the Miami Heat had a statue that was unveiled on Sunday. And so I don't know a lot about statue art, but I do know that the last two statues that I have seen, which is his statue and Allen Iverson, my shoes untied, they're not really good statues. Like, but who am I? Both retired players love their statues. And they were really impressed. So if they love it, they like it and love it, I like it. But I am going to put up a picture. Wade's statue moralizes his famous, I think is "This is my house" quote back in 2009. So he had also stated that he would go a few times just to see them creating his statue. And so he got to see it as they were doing it, and he was impressed. And he also stated that he was able to see the statue that was created in honor of Kobe and his daughter, Gigi. So he was honored to have seen that that commission as well. So, you know, he's good with the statue, and so, like I said, I'm good with it, but I will put up a picture of both. The other thing in the news, and which isn't really news, but this Sunday, on November the 3rd, daylight savings time ends at 2 a.m. So don't forget to, I'm going to pause this video because I need to tie my shoe. So let me pause and for a second. All right, guys, sorry about that. And let me just say, this device that I have, which is the magnetic neck phone mount, I love it, right? Because I was able to bend over and squat down and tie my shoe, and it did not move. My phone didn't move, nor did it fall. So I really am loving it. And I'm going to figure out a way that it's not so close to my face because it's still new and like the little bending arms are not really flexible right now, but I'm going to have it working. So as I was saying, daylight saving time ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday, November the 3rd. So don't forget to set your clocks back an hour. So always remember, spring forward, fall back, right? So the controversy with the deadly E. coli is the pronunciation. On my previous video, I had said Ebola, but I corrected it. So there was at least 75 people affected and 1 death in connection with, they have narrowed it down to the onions. So tests have ruled out that it was the burger. So McDonald's have put the Quarter Pounder back on the menu, and I think it was Taylor Farms that they're saying that the onions came from. So, good morning. So, as far as the onions, I don't think they will be having those slivered onions for a minute because the picture that they posted shows larger onions on the Quarter Pounder. And me, myself, I love the Big Mac, and I always get it without the onions because I don't like those onions. So I always get it without the onions. So there's that. So yeah, the picture that I'm gonna put up, it shows the onions are pretty large. On Wednesday of last week, someone, speaking of statues, someone had stolen the bronze statue that sits in Roe Park in Chicago of Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Jefferson, Tuskegee Airman. And I think they sawed it off by the ankles, but it was recovered, I think on Thursday, from camera footage in the area showing a truck that was leaving the crime scene, and they recovered it. So I guess, I don't know what process it takes to put the statue back. If they have to commission an artist to complete that process, I don't know what that process looks like, but I will follow that story as well. So I don't have much to report on. Like I said, all up and down my timeline basically is election news. So I don't want to bore you with that. Just to let you know, just a friendly reminder, we have 7 more days to election, and I think our early voting ends on Thursday, right? So please get out and vote. Whatever party line that you vote, please vote. Okay? And I'm at my 15-minute mark. I will continue walking. But I want to leave you with peace and blessings. Love, love, love. I have a doctor's appointment, so I have to go home, take a shower, and get ready for that. So, until Wednesday. Bye, guys.